In the short story by Margaret Atwood, Torching the Dusties, Wilma is jealous of the attention that Tobias gets from all the other women at the table that they're sitting at, but Wilma doesn't voice her opinion of this because she doesn't actually want Tobias for herself. She just likes the attention that she gets from Tobias. Along with this, Wilma does not doubt Tobias whenever he tells her that he murdered somebody in his dream. Instead, she mostly just humors him with stories that he'll believe. And it's also seen whenever she doesn't really want to change him because she doesn't know his past, she doesn't know what he's been through, but she doesn't want to change him. She likes him how he is, and she doesn't really want to go about making him change or evolve as a person. Now, Tobias is a character. He's very young, he's very inexperienced, and he's almost naive to a point. And with this, he doesn't really have a large grasp on the world, and he does want to learn more, but he doesn't understand the complexities of life and human relationships, which make him seem very, very immature compared to Wilma. And that leads into the symbolic contrasting that Margaret Atwood has decided to do when she paired these two together. Wilma is very old, she's elderly, she's very, almost put together in her life. She knows what she wants, she knows how to get it, while Tobias is very young. He's outlandish almost. He's very, very inexperienced in the way of being a human. He hasn't lived that long, he doesn't know everything yet. Along with that, there's character development. Through their interactions, both Wilma and Tobias undergo personal growth and introspection. And their relationship almost serves as a catalyst for self-discovery and the mutual understanding, which Margaret Atwood has used to delve deeper into the themes of empathy, compassion, and the passage of time that we can read about within this story. Now, within Exit West, you can see the relationship of parent-child with Mr. Dibb and his daughter Mona. So these two live in London, but Mr. Dibb is like a middle-aged man with his younger daughter Mona, and they share a very strained relationship due to their differing views on religion and identity. And Mr. Dibb is very secular and liberal, while Mona has become very radicalized and joined a militant group. We can also see this in Nadia's landlord and his son. Nadia's landlord is an elderly man and has to live with his adult son, which represent the struggle of aging and caretaking, as the son juggles his responsibilities to his father while also dealing with the pure chaos of the city of London. In the Torching the Dusties, we can see these types of relationships with Wilma and Tobias, with Wilma, an elderly resident of the manor, as she forms a connection with Tobias, a young man who is tasked of disposing the deceased residents of the Dusties. And their relationship definitely explores the intergenerational understanding of empathy and the fear of mortality. We also see this relationship between the residents of the manor and the Dusties themselves. The residents of the manor, many of whom are very elderly, interact with the deceased residents before their bodies are disposed of. And this relationship highlights the societal attitudes towards aging, death, and the marginalization of the elderly within this short story. Now, the morals for Exit West, which would be the impact of radicalization on families. We see this through Mr. Dibb and Mona's relationship. The author Hamid conveys the moral of the impact of radicalization on families, between Mona no longer really having a connection to her father, and her father who does want a connection with his daughter, but can't have it due to the fact that she has been radicalized and no longer believe the same things. And we can also see the generational divides within the cultural identity. And the relationship between Nadia's landlord and his son explores the moral generational divide in cultural identity as the society undergoes upheaval, and the son's responsibilities to his father highlight the tensions between tradition and modernity. And the morals of Torching the Dusties, the value of the interconnectedness across the generations. This is shown as Wilma and Tobias's relationship. It underscores the moral of the value of interconnectedness across the generation despite their differences in age and experience. And the dignity of aging and death. This theme is explored between the interactions between the residents of the manor and the Dusties, which help shed light on the moral of the dignity of aging and death. Atwood decides to highlight the societal attitudes towards aging and death, which urges the readers to confront their fears and prejudices surrounding morality and the treatment of the elderly.